Hey everyone, Matt here from Gamsat. Today we're going to analyze each section and outline how to study for the Gamsat. So, what should you know? The Gamsat is a reasoning test, not a knowledge test. Knowledge is required and it must be integrated into the question so that you can use reasoning to determine the answer. Do not just memorize the topics in physics, chemistry, and biology. You must understand the actual concepts. Finishing on time is one of the hardest things about the Gamsat. For section 1, you have an average of 1.3 minutes per question and approximately 1.5 minutes per question for section 3. If a question seems too difficult or time consuming, just guess and move on to the next question. Do not let difficult questions throw you off for the rest of the test. Aim to cross off wrong answers when finding the correct answer. Most times you can cross at least one or two answers off. This will increase the probability that you make a good guess when you are not confident of the answer. Make sure you have completed and understand all 4 of the ASA practice papers before you sit the Gamsat. If you need more practice material, you can get a free mock exam by clicking the link in the description of this video. Make sure you do at least 2 of the 4 papers under timed conditions. Even if you do not completely understand the answers, at least remember them. In the 2015 March exam, some questions were repeated directly from Section 3 of a practice ASA exam. Practicing under time conditions is important so you can get the feel of working under the same conditions of the exam, and you will be able to adjust to the speed in which you must answer questions in the exam. You may be thinking, what score and GPA combination do I need? Well, I have compiled the minimum Gamsat scores from submissions in the Paging Doctor forums so you can see the estimated scores required to gain acceptance to each university. This link can also be found in the description of this video. Okay, so now we're going to go through section 1 of the Gamsat, the Humanities and Social Sciences section. This consists of multiple choice questions with 4 options, and candidates are provided with stimulus material, such as a poem, magazine, novel, newspaper, song, textbook, or journal. Regular reading and practice are the best preparation for this section. An ebook reader is a worthy investment. Ebooks can easily be downloaded through the Amazon store, and unfamiliar words can easily be learnt via the inbuilt dictionary. I will now outline some suggested readings for Section 1 preparation. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. If you are not a regular reader, you should start with this. An easy read, but still covers some really important concepts. Define Hitler by Sebastian Haffner. A tale of being a regular person in pre-Nazi Germany. It provides great examples for many quotes in Section 2 that can be related to war. English Passengers by Matthew Neal. This book circulates around problems that the Aboriginal people are faced with when the British settle in Australia. Also provides great examples for Section 2. Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. This book is great for honing your language manipulation skills. This book has a lot of difficult words and will prepare you to quickly understand classical texts in the actual Gamsat. Make sure to look up all words that you are unfamiliar with and write them down. A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. This book is like an intro to physics, chemistry, geology, and astronomy, all in one wonderfully droll book. The Story of My Life by Helen Keller. This is an amazing story of a deaf and blind woman who achieved so much and experienced so much in life despite her handicaps. Okay, so now let's talk about vocabulary. A sound vocabulary will be highly beneficial for Section 1. It will aid in the understanding of texts and can be helpful in crossing off the incorrect multiple choice answers when in doubt. An excellent free resource to improve vocabulary can be found at www.vocabulary.com. Get into the routine of completing one mini test every day, which will take less than 5 minutes. Choose the MCAT word list to practice, as this includes words that are commonly found in Section 1 of the Gamsat. So, practice is the key for Gamsat success. Students should practice questions as much as possible. A free site that provides comprehension questions is www.readtheory.org. It will provide detailed feedback for each series of questions. Students should work through the 2 half-length ASA booklets and save the 2 full-length ones for just before the Gamsat to sit under timed conditions. I repeat, time yourself. You will adapt to working at this pace, and with consistency, these stimulus questions will become like second nature. Now we're going to go through section 2 of the Gamsat. Written communication. Candidates are to complete 2 essays, both Task A and Task B. 5 quotes are provided for each task that surrounds a common theme. Task A deals with socio-cultural issues and Task B deals with social and personal issues. A title is recommended for each essay. Be creative. The markers are looking for the best ideas. Ideas are more important than spelling, grammar, and punctuation. The best ideas get the best marks, so planning your essay in the first 5 minutes is the key to success. Suggested readings for section 2 include The Meaning of Things by A.C. Graylin. This is a great book for generating ideas. It consists of short essays that cover common themes in the Gamsat. I would suggest reading through 1 to 2 different topics per day and making sure you really understand what it is talking about. You could even write a couple of sentences about each topic. 50 Big Ideas You Really Need to Know by Ben Dupre is a great guide to the most important ideas in history. It covers some of the most influential ideas ever conceived in politics, philosophy, religion, economics, science, and arts. Reading the newspaper is also important in keeping up to date with socio-cultural issues. I recommend reading the comments section of the Sydney Morning Herald or The Economist. I recommend reading 3 articles per day. For UK candidates, read articles at www.telegraph.co.uk and the Irish Times for Irish candidates. I highly recommend researching in depth about current events in the world, such as Ukraine and Russia, Islamic State, Palestine and Israel, Boko Haram, and corruption in Bolivia. Don't forget World War I and World War II. These events can provide examples for a range of different quotes. A simple YouTube or Google search can be a good starting point. TED Talks also provide many great ideas. Just go to www.ted.com. Now we are going to analyze section 3 of the Gamsat. Reasoning in biological and physical sciences. This section includes biology, general and organic chemistry, all at university level, and physics at Year 12 level. Overall, the exam consists of 40% biology, 40% chemistry, and 20% physics. Candidates are required to use their knowledge and their understanding of concepts in order to answer questions. This section involves the analysis of tables, graphs, charts, and scientific information. Practice in section 3 under timed conditions is crucial. The ASA booklets provide Gamsat-like questions. Once again, practice is the key. The ACE Gamsat team have released the Gamsat Study Series. This series of study guides covers all sections of the Gamsat. These books target all relevant topic points and also provide extensive Gamsat-specific advice throughout, with interactive videos to enhance learning. I will now provide you with all the topic points for each of the sciences. When studying the topics in the following list, aim to grasp and understand the main concepts rather than just relying on memorization. These are the biology topic points. Here are the organic chemistry topic points, general chemistry, and physics. Okay, so go through these in your own time and make sure you understand all of them. Okay, so that's all for now. Don't forget to get your free mock exam in the link below. And to keep up with the latest Gamsat tips and strategies, like us on Facebook. Happy studying.